Hello guys, welcome to this class where we'll learn how to deal with images. So I'll go ahead and create a new file for dealing with images. And as you can see in my folder structure, I've created a new folder called pages inside the HTML folder. We'll be storing the pages that we have created for the HTML homepage. So basically when you click on this some HTML tags or with dealing with images, a new HTML page is opened. So we'll save those files inside this pages folder, and inside the pages folder I've created the image folder where we'll store images which are going to be used inside this HTML project. So I'll go ahead and copy the template which we created earlier and paste it in this new file. Then I'm going to save this inside the pages folder with the name, let's say, image.html. Okay guys, now I'll go ahead and inside the body section I'm going to write, first what I'll do is, I'll go ahead and link this with the file that I created just right now, ahref, and closing this tag over here. I'll add the target equal to blank so that it's opened in a new tab. Okay, and in the href, currently I've mentioned it blank. So for writing the path, right now this file is inside the HTML folder, which is HTML page.html. Now it is referencing to a file which is inside the pages folder. So just a minute guys, I think I have mentioned the path of this file wrong. So I'm going to save it again using the save as option inside the page. Oh no, it's right. My bad. So it's stored correctly. So it's inside this image.html is inside the pages folder. Now we have to reference it. So, and this HTML page.html is inside the HTML folder. So to reference a file inside the folder, we'll first write the name of that folder, which is pages, and then slash the name of that HTML page, which is h.html. So as you can see, this pages folder is in the same folder as this HTML page.html. So we directly write the name of that folder. Then we give a slash. And then inside that folder is the image.html file. So we reference it over there. Okay. Going ahead. So just to test if it's working, I'll write sample text over here. This is image file. And I save it. I go back to the page. I refresh it. And as you can see, it has been hyperlinked because a tag has been applied to this list element. I click on it and you can see this is image file. The sample text which we wrote in this file has appeared on this web page. So we'll go ahead and add an image tag to this now. Image tag is written as img and it has some attributes such as src. I'm keeping the attributes empty right now. I'll explain them one by one. Alt, and let's say we'll be using a width attribute as well. And then there's no content inside the image tag. Everything is mentioned in the attribute. So we are going to close it directly. I'm going to save this page. So first src is the source where we mention the path of the image. Like in the href attribute of the a tag, we mention the path of the file or path or the URL. In the image src tag, we mention the URL or the path of the image. src stands for source. All tag is a text. So let's say first we'll get the src. So for that, I have an image over here in my class folder. I'll copy it. I'll go in the HTML folder, then pages, then image, and I'll paste this image over here. The name of this image is thumb.jpg and it's stored inside pages, then image. Okay. So right now we are inside the pages folder. Image.html is stored inside the pages. Inside the pages is the image folder, and then inside image is thumb.jpg. So as we wrote previously, we'll write image, the name of the folder, and then thumb.jpg, the name of the file. Okay. And now when we go and refresh this page, the image is appearing over here. So what we'll do is, now in the alt text, which is the second attribute, this is basically something that won't be visible right away. But let's say if the internet connection of a user is weak, then you write a text in the alt attribute, like this, the description of this image would be a HTML CSS image. And if that image is unable to load, this text will be loaded, which will help the user know that this image was regarding something called HTML and CSS. This is especially useful for blind people. Blind people have special devices for visiting websites where they can visit the web page using Braille or those kind of languages. And because they are unable to view the image itself, they can read the description of the image which is mentioned in the alt attribute. So this is quite useful for them. And that's why we should always mention it when we are creating an image tag. Now this image is completely coming in its full size right now, and it kind of looks awkward. So we'll control the width of this image. We'll mention 600 over here, and let's see what happens. So as you can see, the width of the image has reduced. What I've done right now is, by specifying the width equal to 600, the browser has shrunk this image to 600 pixel width. Now the height of the image is also adjusted automatically. So if you don't define height on your own, the browser actually changes the height in the aspect ratio of the image according to the width. So if the image was into a 2:1 ratio, that was, let's say it was a 3600 into 1800 image, if I change it into 600, which is 3600 divided by 6, then the height is also divided by 6 in that ratio itself. But if we want to hardcode the height and make the browser open it in that specific height, let's say I mention it 100 over here, and then I refresh it, so the image will start looking like this. I hope you understand how to use the image tag now. In the next section, we are going to cover how to use tables in HTML.